Hello everybody, I wanted to do this video to talk about AI and how it has changed the software development cycle. This is the best time ever in the history of humankind to build a business because you don't need to bother again about development cost, maintenance and all of that. You can now just have the idea, use Claude AI, Copilot or other AI tools to build your system for you. So what we should focus on now, it's the business itself, how to market. AI can still do that. So you as the entrepreneur, you're focusing more on what you were actually meant to do, organizing, bringing together all these AI tools and some people you need to help you in managing a business. So relying on employment now is not the right strategy. I think it is preferable to have your own business. AI has made it very easy to start a business of your own. So what's the difference between using AI to code and developing traditionally, like in the past when you had to search for code bases to check a solution to a problem, maybe on Stack Overflow, then you had to look for the right solution, you copy and paste and all of that. I think ChatGPT, DeepSeek and Claude AI have really simplified the process. So as a software engineer, you would want to use tools that don't just code everything for you like Claude. I think Claude is preferable for people who are not too into tech, like but for developers who really want to control the development life cycle. I think it's preferable to use tools like ChatGPT and DeepSeek. I personally use Visual Studio Code to do a lot of my programming, and then with ChatGPT and DeepSeek separately. I've not yet gotten into using Claude AI or this other integrating AI into my code editor. I might do that in the future, but as of now, I program mostly with ChatGPT and DeepSeek separately, and then I copy the code, stitch it up. In that way, I find it easier to maintain the code because yes, everybody is talking about how easy it is to build an app now, but if you want to really build a business, a successful business, you have to focus more on the long-term effects, like how you would maintain the code in the future. So you cannot just give everything to AI to build for you. You need to understand how you fragment the code, then you bring it together. It's true in the future the way AI is speeding up, it could do all of those things, but then it would always be wise for you as a developer to know what's going on. So overall, I think AI is a great revolution. It's time we realign our business strategies to start using AI. Companies who don't adapt as fast as possible to meet up with the demands of AI will be left behind. I'm shocked Apple is not yet at the center of AI, or it's not really has not yet released an iPhone that has AI built into it, deep into it. So hopefully we'll pray Apple catches up because it will really be disastrous. We don't want Apple to be like BlackBerry, who failed to catch up with the new trend of smartphones. They were stuck in their keyboards and all of that, and like Nokia too, they failed to catch up with Android, and today they are not the giants they used to be. They are making a comeback, but they are not where they used to be. So every business now has to be focused on realigning its business strategies on AI, how to use AI for performance, how to use AI in its sales, using AI for sales, using AI for all of those things is very critical. Entire sales departments have to be realigned to be AI centered. Yeah, and then so what apps are very good to build now with AI? For me personally, each week I explored building a new app with a different language. So if for example this week I'm building with JavaScript, the other week I'll use Python, the next I might use Scala, the other week I'll use Go, I might experiment some projects with Rust. I think we're in the renaissance era of programming, which is fun since you just need to understand what programming is all about, basic principles of software engineering, and then this is the proper software engineering we do. We don't need to code again. Nobody is tied to coding. So ChatGPT and DeepSeek and all the other AI tools have taken over that role. It's a fun time to be an entrepreneur, and so I'm happy to be witnessing the AI revolution as it's starting. So yeah, we have to also talk about the idea of these AI tools, because when you're using a lot of AI tools, your bill can really rise fast, because there are a lot of vibe coding tools that if you are not careful you might end up paying a lot per month. You might be subscribed to Cloud, you might have ChatGPT Pro, Gemini Pro. All of those tools cost about $20 per month. So if you are using 3 or 4 of those tools, because each has its own advantages, you might end up with $100 per month already. And there are some other tools you might want to use, and so you might find yourself paying a lot for AI tools per month. So the key is to be strategic in using AI tools. You need to find a general purpose AI chatbot like ChatGPT or DeepSeek and understand how to use it in your software development cycle for execution, design, and all of that. So at the end of the day, effective use of AI tools is very, very important. Rather than looking for the next AI tool that will do everything for you, you should focus rather on how effectively you can use the ones that are already available. So I use Visual Basic Studio Code, I use ChatGPT, I use DeepSeek. Yeah, and when I'm working on the AWS platform, occasionally I use their queue, Amazon queue, for just to answer some 1 or 2 questions about cloud deployments, but I don't use Amazon queue that much. It's not really for programming anyway. So AI is really, really, really one of the biggest revolutions taking place right now. So not to be left behind, we should build projects focused on AI. All projects now have to be powered by AI. During the dot-com bubble, almost everything was dot-com. So in AI now, we should just build AI focused programs in finance, in healthcare. Yeah, there are many others coming up. So it's time to adapt before we die. Adapt or die. That's it. So AI is forcing companies to adapt. Those who don't adapt, they will be dead in the future. They will be dead. They will be dead. So yeah. use AI for everything you build.